2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yeah, I think so. We have started live. Okay, not this. Yeah, this one. Let's just check. Are we audible? Are we able to see our data and videos? Are we live properly or not? Let's just check me. Waiting for a few seconds. And before that, let's just check. Are we audible? Let's just check. Just for a few seconds. I'm understanding. We are live properly or not. Let's just check. Okay. Uh, Does the screen has freeze? Okay, I think the screen has fix. Okay, the issue is we are blank, but our screen is not visible. Uh, let's have a studio mode transition fade. It's not visible now. Okay, what just happened? Uh, why it's stuck? The OBS has been stuck. Just a second. Trying to figure it out. Mm-hmm. Does this happening? Okay, I don't know what just happened. Mm, does it visible? No, it's not visible. It's stuck only. Why this happening? Appearance, stream output. Mm, replay the buffer. Apply. Mm, let's just try. Nope, it's not fixed. How do I fix this out? It's happened many times. Mm, just a second, we are fixing it. Uh, how do I figure it out? Auto stop streaming, no. Transition, fade, blackout. It just stuck हो जाएगा. How do we figure this out? Restart capture. Okay, so here we are having a restart option. Okay, that's a great thing. Let's just check. Okay, it's going. Okay. We have anything window capture, application capture, window capture. Okay, it's okay. So now we are good to go. I think so. Yeah. Let's just check for a few more seconds so we can be understand betterly, and let's just check the voice. I think so. It's audible. Okay, now we are visible. Just for few more checks, and we are good to go. Okay, let's just check. Is it audible? Yeah, I think so. It's audible. Let's start a session. Okay. Uh, let me do something. Just a second. Okay. Yeah. Now it's a little bit quite good. And we are, yeah, now good to begin. Let's just start our session. Okay. So here we began again. So from our last session, previous sessions we have been started a question, which is has some real stuff. We are playing with a DOM actually. So and here, okay. So we have started with playing with the DOM, right? Uh, So in the DOM sessions, we have been started a question with actually we are implementing low level designing and some of the concept that we have been practiced from our past few sessions and understand it. So now it's a real playground type time. So where we are trying to utilize the concept DOM manipulation, event handling and closures. Along with closures, we are also having a timers. So last time we had tried to do, but it was not a perfect solutions that we want. Okay, not here. I want this solution here. Okay. So this was the questions, a notification list where we have a button, add button. Adding button will be add a notification in the context. So, but while we having a close here, so it should have it should remove the first notification when we click, and also a timer which removes all the notifications after the 3 seconds, not all but one by one. So each notification should have his individual timer, and which is apart from separated from each other. We have figured out the add thing properly, also figured it out the close thing properly, but the issue is with the close is with the timers, the conditions that we have been told that use time set timeouts and make sure it should have a separate time limit for every individual notifications, which removes at the same time, but it's start at its own time, not the same time, at its own time. But we were unable to fix that, and our last time reviewed we have been done with the AI agent, which rated us 6.5 out of 10. Our score was 6.5, but we want to understand what are the things we have been lagging behind in that approach, and how we can be 10 out of 10 for understanding have a proper implementation. So what was the issue? Let me show you. So just have a glimpse in the yesterday problem that we have been trying to solve in last session was a problem. The correct thing that we have been used, which were use the closures, use the create element. So for your reference, just sharing the code here. So here you can see we have been working with the closures. This is a closure format that we are performing. And what next? Create element. These are the stuff of the this you can see we are working on with the DOM. So we are figuring out and figure out and perform the DOM very well. After that, we separated the logic and methods into add notifications, close notifications separately instead of just bluffing the thing. So we have been maintain the separation also. That was correct. Started thinking about the encapsulation. We also understand about the encapsulation and uh, make the variable separately, and it is not AB accessible. So from the outside, and the major issue, the where the our 6.5 rating has come and we didn't get the 10 out of 10, has the problem is one global close button. We are having a one global close button which should not be there, because every notification when we add a notifications, so it should have an individual itself a close button, but we added a global close button, which was our understanding issue, that we didn't understand the question exactly what it was. Apart from this, having a time logic issue. Yeah, I also see assume that understand that this is a wrong thing that we have been performed. We have to now figure it out what was wrong and why it is so, so we can see and understand how we can figure it out. Apart from that, the closures, sorry, timer, we are having a event listener are attached incorrectly. We have also attached the event listener incorrectly. The method only register a listener, it doesn't actually add a notification. Okay, noted. Similarly, close notification also has a only register another listener. Okay, close button is required for before notification exists. Okay, close button should exist. You close button is queried before notifications exist. Okay, each notification should create its own close button. Yeah, that's why that each notification should have its own close button. So your close ones at won't top won't work. Okay, design improvement, instead of a notification system and add listener, this was our design pattern that we have been implemented. You can see here This is the pattern that we try to figure it out. An object which has a notification is the main thing, and inside this we have two thing inside the object: add notifications and the closures. Oh, sorry, a not close notification. This is a closure thing. So, but we have to think in the terms like button click, create notifications, close button, attach close listener, and start timer. Like this flow should be like this. Okay, each notification should manage its own DOM element and timer. Okay. Code quality was good and naming is mostly readable. Closures uses is good. Need improvement. Avoid using this when it is unnecessary. Okay. So we also tried with the using this keyword, which was unnecessary for this question. Okay. Keep a function focused on responsibility. Don't rely on a global DOM element for per notification behavior. Final verdict. Okay, this was the rating that we got. So let's jump back to our questions. And so here we were try to figure it out. So now we have just given a understanding and approach to the GPT. So it has a understanding and a context what we are doing, and it's give a minimal guidance so we can continue our flow and improve our code. So this was a code. So let's understand what are the minimal guidance that has been AI has given to us, and so given in the informations we can figure it out and start our question solving properly. Okay. So I will act as a senior engineer reviewing your work, not a tutor writing it for you. Yeah, sure. Ground rules are give I will give minimal guidance, won't reveal implementation unless you explicitly ask. If you are stuck, I will respond with questions instead of answer. Okay. I will review your code as it if were pull request. Okay, got it. Where you have been left off. Okay, so where we have left off from the previous review, the main architectural issue wasn't syntax, it was the mental model. Yeah, because we think like another separate identity as a understanding, but now we sure understand the other side of the part. Right now, think about one notifications, not whole the system. Okay, got it. We have a so okay, here we have a notepad also, not notepad, Excalibur. So here we will be understand. So let's understand. We have a single notification. This is a notification, single notifications we are having. Okay, single notification that we have right now. Okay, let's go with this. Along with this, what we have. Mm, from the previous review, the main architecture wasn't okay. Right now, mental model right now, think about the one notifications, not the whole system. Okay. Ask yourself, what element belongs to a single notifications? Who creates those element? Who is responsible for removing that notifications? Okay. Those are the deep questions that we aren't thinking like this. The question is, what elements belong to a single notifications? Okay. So a single notification should have a uh, text, which is like notification and its number, also number, which number is single elements belongs to, what element single belongs to notifications and its number should it have, who creates those element, okay, who creates those element, uh those element who's create, by who's create a user will be create, right, by pressing. um I think when we add this and DOMs will be create. Okay, who is responsible for removing that notifications? A user only. When you come up a pop-up, it will has a pop-up, so you check or remove it, right? So remove it should have an individual, right? Okay, yeah, so it has an uh, individual clear button. First point is this individual clear button, inside a notification box or context, whatever you can say. Uh, Text should have this thing. If your answer to the last question is some global function that figure out which one remove, you're probably leading to a wrong direction. No, we now understood we have an individual clear button. The next milestone, give one notification fully working. Don't worry about multiple notifications until one behaves correctly. For that single notification, it should create itself, okay, render itself, okay, be removable by its own close button. Okay. Mm-hmm. Once that works, ask yourself, if I create another one using the exact same process, which will the first one still behave the correctly? If the answer is yes, you are naturally moving towards the independent notifications. Okay. Don't post pseudo codes, post the actual code. When you're ready, I will review it correctness. Okay, okay. So our goal is to moving forward towards the independent notifications, not the global notifications. So let's see and understand how we can move towards the global, not towards the global notifications, but towards the independent notification. Okay, and let's give a try how we can go. So currently we are adding to a global notifications and clearing also a global notification. Mm, what we are trying to do here is add a notification event listener. Okay, just understand by here only. What I'm going to do is all the nested. Okay, here is a box, and when I add, it's added a single thing. So it should has a two thing. A notification has its data. Along with the data, should has also a close button. Okay. Mm, do how do I think and figure it this out? That is the main question. Mm, in the review also button click create notification. When a button is clicked, okay, so when the button is click, notification get created, right? And create a close button. Okay, so what we have to do is, can we open this in what we have a open graph view? Do we have a graph view? Local, front, back, depth. What is this graph view? I don't know. If you know about this graph view, share your knowledge in comment section. But let's not go there. So this is our thinking understanding that we want to develop. Okay, so let's do a comment here. Not this one. Copy this, paste this, and let's understand. So what we have to do is now button is clicked. So we have a add notification, and what we will do, add will be click. So notification will be created. So we have been created a notification, right? Const add notification. Okay, let's just view. It should not developer. It should have a developer. What I need, view word wrap. Yeah. So you can easily see now. What I want to convey is we have a add button and we have a click function, right? Click. We have a click event, and here we added a notification, right? Along with this notification, we have to create a close button. Okay. So how we are going to do that? Uh, we have a div button, right? Mm, let's be a little precise about this. And can we add a more place? Okay, so now we have a more place. Let's understand how we can create. We have created a div, right? Inside that, let's create a inner HTML. Inner HTML should be p tag. Okay, let's create a p tag and close a p tag. Okay, so we created a, and inside this we have written a notifications hashtag. So let's just see it has a notification properly, right? Console.log, and let's just console.log deleting, waiting to delete. And apart from this, we have a div notification. So we can see here add, we can see add notification and p. So we got the p also, and now we are supposed to create a close button. Mm, So how we can create a close button is, mm, let a close button equals to document dot create element, document dot create element equals to button. We have a button, and inside that button, what I think is we are supposed to do what a button should do. Uh, mm, we are just prepending a dot. Instead of append, let's append close button. Let's do a hit and try. Mhm. It has a button also, right? Mm, so close button dot inner text equals to, mm, let's have a close. Mm, yeah, close button is there. For now, I am removing this close button because we don't want a general close and also don't want a show button. Let's just close this and comment this out, close button fully. Okay. So now we have only one button, that is the add button. Okay. So when we add, you can see we have been created a div. Inside div, we have a notification one as well as a button close button. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm. Along with this, let's just give us some little flex also. We are having a div notifications dot class class name. The class name is like notify notify notify. Yeah, so just having a little style dot notify display display inline. How does it works? No, I want display effects. So yeah, you can see this thing. Let's have a little space. D is not a function, and D is line of JS number 53. 53. Okay. Let's just close this for now. And you can see the close button, and we can see the both is around there. Okay. So whenever I close this notification, it should remove himself. Now what we have to think is button click create notification. Your button click and notification has create a close button. Along with notification, a close button has been created. Okay, done. What we'll need is attach those listener. Okay, now we have to attach the listeners, close listeners. So this we have the close listener. Let's comment this out for now. Oh, sorry, we didn't have a proper setup for now. Let's remove by backspace. So now I think okay, let's also have the same thing. Let's just we have a shortcut else. Okay. Figure it out like this. Now let's just see how we are going to do is attach that close listener. We have a close listener like close button dot, okay, rather than closing button. We have a button we will be passed with this thing, and this button will be button dot add listener click console dot log. For now it's just console dot log, right? So we are passing button, and for now let's stop this thing timer added and waiting to say delete notifications, right? When we click add this thing, we need a button to go there, right? We have to attach the close listener. How we are going to attach that close listener? uh, Close listener will be mm, 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 how it's supposed to do. We need to understand how we can call the close button here so that we can figure out and close the attach the close listener. And set timer. We have added, right, add button, and add button will be this, and when I should click this, it should has a button close button. So let's give him close button, right? And inner text equals to and close button dot class list class name equals to close button. We have given a class button, right? So it will have a button, and let's try to do this thing. We class passes the dot close button. Mm, and it will be automatically switched, right? So what we have to do is when we click, okay, uh, let's give them a class here. Let's it is not notify, it's a close button. When the class is this close button, when you add it, you can see this is the close button, right? When we click and we figure it out, not button here, but we have a what we have a close button. Okay, so when the close button is click, mm, and let's remove this thing and understood. Okay, reload event listener. Okay, script number 63 we have issue. Close button dot add event listener. It has a event listener, right? Type error cannot read the property of a null. What I will do is question mark. Okay, so question mark will be false. Settle this, which means by question marking, if it exists, then it will be performed. If not, then it will be stopped there only. So I will be add here, and I can see this. We can access the close button, and if we click that, does it perform anything? Mm, it should go the close button, right? Mm, close. When I click this, close button dot add event listener true. It's not working. Okay. What we can do is, do we call this here? We have add event listener. Okay. Uh, how I can figure this out? I'm a little bit confused about this. But we have a close button, right? If it is true, then it will be go. If we not add this, how it will be able to think this out? Add notification. We have stuck here. We have create a notification, create a close button. Now we have to figure it out how we are going to attach those listener, close listener. Let's understand how we can do figure this out. Okay, I plus plus console dot log. Wait, mm, 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 um, close button. Create a close notification function. Close button dot add event listener. Click. When it will be click, it will be console dot log. But when we do this thing, it's not working. Although it's having a class close button. We are spelling right, corrected, right? CLOSEBTN right dot console dot log close button. First is null, then close. Waiting to delete notification. Okay, it's step by step, right? We have to be little async. There's a feature property, right? So can we go with the async nature? Async, and we will be wait when it's close button dot it will be true. So what we will be do is const let's remove this function, run, and here we go. Wait to execute and run. Here we are going with the async. Let's have a hit and try. We have a understanding. So I thought so. So let's create and let's just click a close. Nope, close is not working. So it's a bad idea. Why don't we create a close inside the add notification only? Okay. If we think so, let's try this. Add notification is a right. So now we are having a function close notification, and let's go. So we have a function close notification. In that, what we are supposed to do is first of all, let's just see. Let's hit and try first. Console.log. It's close button working. So what we will do is when close button dot add event listener, it will be click, and here we are going to perform something. Why do I create this thing? We can directly do this thing. So remove the unwanted function. So when I add this, add. Okay, now it's add is not working. Because it's under the. Why it's not working? Okay, okay, because we didn't call that, right? So that was our fault. Add is working, right? Let's now begin with the why it is so close button. We added. Now click on the close. It's working. Okay, so we have figured out something that we can create a inside a close button, inside the add button as a close event listener. So when it's do a close, so what we will be do is it will be performing certain thing which is Let's have this function only from here to cut, and we go here. So we have a close function. Okay, why you are doing so much thing? Let's have this. First of all, this copy, control, 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 and create. Okay, let's have, okay, okay, thing is, go there, okay. Let's, I'm just doing, okay, we have a format, right? Why doing this thing? Format document. It will be formatting. I'm forgetting sometime. No issue. We have a function, right? Function. mm, we have a close notification function. And what it will be do? Button dot close event listener. No. Remove this. Remove this. Okay. So let's remove this too. What will you let parent notification container dot children? Not children. I just want. We have a div notification, right? Div notification, and we are creating. So remove that div notification instead of anything. Notification dot children. No, no, it's completely wrong. So we will not going forward with this. We want this notification dot div notification dot remove. Div notification dot remove. Okay, let's go with this. If we do this, so it will be automatically removed, right? And we also want to check console.log. Let's take this only, right? Okay. Mm, yeah, let's remove this. And what we are going to see is it's calling the close CLO close notification function here. Okay. Let's have, we have added, two, and now let's close this. It's working. It's closed. Yep. So finally, we conquered this thing that we are lagging behind in last previous session. We are doing the certain things wrong, but today we have figured it out this thing. Maybe yesterday's we got too much high time because it's almost the 2 hours we have been practicing with a certain question, a single question, and we are confused about. But today, with a fresh mind, continue with that session, we achieve this thing functionality. Hooray, guys! Comment hooray for together we have been solved this and achieve this thing and understand what is the actual concept without taking a help from the AI. We just take a minimal guidance. So continue. We didn't ask from him any single hint or something. He just gave a guided structure that you are here stuck, and we'll figure it out by ourselves. That's a huge victory for us because this kind of a coding structure practice we didn't done. We just followed the normal structure and move forward with the different type of a tech stack, and which works is normally easy for us because it's a habit, and actually someone has written behind the scene code with the system design the pattern. But now here we are understanding the ground level, how we are doing a low level designing, how we are fix the things by using our brain, not just asking the AI or else. So that's a huge victory for you also and my also, that you are stick with us, and we are happy to see that. Let's see how we can now do with a set timeout. I think set timeout is the easy thing. Let's delete this. Mhm. Let's format this. So what I will do is set timeout, and after 3 seconds it will be automatically close notification. So yeah, let's delete this, and let's just check. Add two. So we will see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep, you can see after 3 seconds it's been deleted. So we conquered. Let's remove this thing. Let's remove this and remove this thing. So yeah, we have a single closure. Inside that we have different functions, set timeout, and we conquered it. Think. So we started using our brain. We have been thinking, button click, notification. But we have also have to figure out just not this step. We got this step understanding thinking capability from the AI. Now we have to build how we can figure it out like this thing, how we can reverse engineering, how we can think out of the box and think how it's when we created. I recently have watched some kind of a reel where someone electrician or someone electrical engineer, he started the reverse engineering because he has a existing some sound system or some device which he wants to repair. So he wants to understand how it was created. So it started how the energy sources has connected with which DC, which motor, and how it will be passing its electricity. So like that in the coding also we have been understanding capabilities, we have been a thinking mindset, how this program is starting, how the API has been fetched, where the data has been transferred, which API call, which function has been calling, which controller. So like that we have to create a mindset. I have also didn't advance and enhance that kind of a understanding. So now we are understanding together and creating that critical thinking. So yeah, that's a great achievement we have been created. Yeah, you can see after that before 4 was deleted. Mhm. So this was our understanding, and let's submit our answer to AI. Okay, let's review time. It's time for review. Okay, okay. We just crack the solution today, and here it is. Review this. Review this question. Review this solution and guide us and and give feedback. So we have been pasted a solution. Let's check. It's time for review. Okay, we got 8.5, which is better, far better because previously we got the 6.5. Now we have a 8.5. That is a huge increment for us. But why 8.5? Why not 10? What you improve, every notification has its own DOM. This is the biggest improvement. Instead of trying to find which notifications to remove later, you already have a direct reference. Okay, okay. Every notification has a close button. Every listeners belongs to notification. Closure use naturally use the closure without forcing them. Okay. Notification counter. Okay. The thing I would point out to code review. Okay. Avoid inner HTML for a plain text. Mm-hmm. The change specifically nudged your DOM uh, you towards the DOM API. Ask yourself, can I create the P element the same way I create the button? It says consistency, readability, improvability, let versus const. Okay, does this variable get reassigned? If not, the think about which keyword better communicates intent. Okay, so now we are have been reviewed like minute detail also. So we have to use wisely which thing let and const, because we are just as an initial beginner level we always try, okay, what happened, let's create a let or const, it doesn't matter, it's just a creation syntax of a variable, right? But it's not that only, it's have a greater intent there. Naming space add notification should probably be little thing matters in production. Okay, does this function really adds a notification? Currently add notification doesn't add one, it just register an event listener. That's an important distinctions. Okay, imagine another developer reading this add notification, and they would expect a notification appears, instead a click listener is attached. Okay, nested function, you have a nested function inside this thing, inside perfectly valid, but ask yourself, does the close notifications need to exist only inside the callback? Sometime yes, sometime no. It's worth thinking about the function scope. One important bug remaining, this is only real requirement you are still missing. Okay, read the requirement carefully. If a user clicks before 3 seconds, it must not attempt to remove itself again laterly. Okay, so that was the thing we are missing from a solution. Create notification, start timer, user clicks, remove, timer still fires, remove again. Okay. The second remove won't throw an error because removing an already detached element is effectively no. The requirement isn't about avoiding error, it's about the managing the timer correctly. If I won't tell you how to solve it, just ask yourself, can timer be cancelled after it's created? If you know the answer, you know what to research to use. Small design observation. Okay, ask yourself, how many notification system will your app have? Probably one. So ask, do I really need a factory object here? Maybe yes, maybe no. Think about whether the abstraction is earning it keeps. If this were an interview, I would be happy because I can see your thinking change. The first version tried to manage everything globally. The version treats each notification as independent unit. That is much stronger design instinct. Okay. We get correctness 9 out of 10. DOM manipulation, closures, time management is this thing. And API design is 7.5. Okay. Overall architecture, we got a 8.5. But the thing is, we are lagging is the timer still fires. So to complete this solution overall, we need to fix this one thing, which is how do we fix the timer will be not firing its. Okay. So we will be going to check if set timeout close notification. So it should check what how it should check. Uh, It's little bit tricky for us. How it will be managed that this notification has come and we have to remove this thing, right? So this. Mm, because when we add and close, it's at the same time it's occur, right? Mm, and it's a close notification. We have to some kind of a conditions we have to attach here, so it will be not firing. But how we are supposed to think that thing? Mm-mm-mm. How we supposed to think? So the problem is here is about this is the close button and the set timeout are both forcing the same element to detach. But when the close button is working, so set timeout should not fire according to our statement, according to our question. So how we can understand that thing? Mm-mm-mm. Do I have anything specific? The second remove won't throw an error because removing an okay isn't about the avoid error. It's about the managing the timer correctly. I won't tell you how to solve it. Just ask yourself, can a timer be cancelled after it's created? Can a timer be cancelled after it's created? If you know the answer, you know what to research to use. Uh, can a timer be cancelled after it's created? Let's ask to AI only. I didn't know about this. Can a timer have to create it in set timer in JS? Yes, a JavaScript timer can be cancelled after it's created by using the global clear timeout method. Okay, so we have a clear timeout method. We didn't know about this thing. Set okay. When you invoke set timeout, it returns a unique positive integer known as timeout ID. Passing this ID directly into your clear timeout halts the countdown and prevent the schedule coding from running. Mm, okay, let's try this out. Does it working or not? See timer ID equals to. Mm-hmm. what we will be do is when a notification this happens, mm, but how do we figure this out? Because we have to figure this out. Like if a clear timeout is working, mm, the timer is stored. The cancel the timer before the 5 second are fire up. Before the 5 second are up. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. What I think is we can do this thing on this and remove here, and we are having a clear timeout, and here we will be passing the timer ID, right? So when it's clear, it will not fire, right? Let's have a check, hit and try, add, and it will not print, right? Yeah, it's not work. Okay, we figured one, two, three. So we did this four. Okay, let's have again one, two, three. So it will 3 second, 3 second, 3 second. Okay. So previously what having it has a two, right? Now let's see. So if we create a close, so it's just having a two. Yeah, we can see the two thing. Again, add. It will just having a one, two. Still confused a little bit, but I think we have figured it out because it has a timer ID. Every set timeout has a timer ID. So we get a timer ID from here, and when we close the button, we just clear out the timer. I think this is a solution. Uh, let's here use the console.log uh, failed. Now let's have a failed now syntax so we can understand. We add, add. So we will just seeing the two failed now. Okay, so one, two, but we have a three notification, right? So yeah, we successfully done this. So test it out. Test now. See, I will be creating a three notification, and if the previous one, if it is not fixed, then we will be seeing the three test now because it will be going the test now, timeout, set timeout. But if we click on the close button, so it should not call the set timer. So it should have only two things, right? One, two, three. So closing this. So we are having two tests now, right? Yeah. So finally we corrected and complete our solution. I think so. Mm, rather than having a add notifications, what else we having? So let's be understand something we have been understood as minute some details that AI has explained as a senior software engineer. So first of all is inner HTML. Avoid the inner HTML thing. Mhm. So let's avoid the inner HTML and type inner text equals to, instead of text, let's have this thing here for now. Yeah, now we have a inner text properly. Let's see another thing what we have. Mm, 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 mm. We have some changes. Can I create the p element the same way I created the button? How do I created this thing, right? Close button. So should I create? Yeah, we can create a inner text like this also. Apart from this, we are having a let go close button. Close button. So yeah, close button should be const, because co and const, because it will be not updated later on. So these are the some minor mistakes that we have been done, and we are improving it with the guidance of a senior software engineer, which is for today we have hosted a AI, that is ChatGPT. We are working with him. And naming typo error is add notification. Okay, instead of add notifications, what we can do is register, add a register notification. Yeah, we can try a register notification thing. Register notification. So what we are doing is just fixing this, and instead of add notification, register notification is fine. Register notification. Okay. So we are just improving our minor mistakes. Nested, you have a nested. Okay. Yeah, we can also call this thing outside. I think so. Uh, but it will be a little bit complicated because we didn't know the. Okay. So we are skipping this thing, and we have been completed this. Let's have a analyze. Okay, we fix the issue related to time. Review now. Let's get a review by AI. This was the missing piece. Okay, the time management thing which were lacking behind, and now we have been successfully figured this out. So the previous issue was after all close button has been clicked, but timer the when we click the close button, it was removing, then also firing the timer, which should not be. So we have been fixed this, and we have been complete the exact what we have been containing doing. So we have been a question that create a notification which you have a add button. By adding, you can add the notification, along with it has a two condition. It will be automatically deleted from the container in the 3 second, within the 3 second, after the 3 second. And if there is a close button, it should work the same. But there is a twist here. If you are clicking on the close button, if you are clicking in this close button, the timer trigger should not work, and both should remove the same thing. So we figured it out successfully, and yeah, we got a exact 9.2 score. Okay, now also it didn't get the 10 out of 10. Right, so let's just see. Okay, no inner HTML, that's great. The unused variable at top. Okay, there is a unused variable on top. Where is the close button? Okay, this button is unused here. Right, so we have used, okay, because we have used this close button also, right? Do it use anywhere? No, that line should disappear. Dead code should be removed. One function is doing a lot inside the click handler. Create DOM, create button, append element, insert container. Okay, nothing is wrong, but ask yourself if this grows to support icon, success, error, animation, action, callback, it easy to read. Okay, is notification system still necessary? Ask yourself, why do they need the return object? Could it, sure, must it? That's a design question worth thinking about. Okay. Okay. I think that's it for now. We don't want to get so deep. Correctness is 10 out of 10. Manipulation 9.5. Extensibility, production reliability. Overall 9.2 is good, I think so. Rather 10 out of 10, yeah, we can move forward. But we will looking into more forward with such development and such understanding how we can more surely about this. So yesterday we are having a rating of 6.5, yeah, and today we have a 9.5. So we have missing a global close button notification wrong. This was the pending thing from a question, but we have completed today. So yeah, that's a great thing. I think that's it for today's. Let's continue with a new question and begins with tomorrow. So let's have a question. Let's visit the question what we will be having a session. Okay, let's move to the next uh, micro system design question with a real DOM implementation. So we will be moving forward, but we will be starting with this question in the next session, but just have a glimpse about that so we have a understanding and we will be more interesting to solve this question in the next session. So what is having a next question is accordion. Okay, fact component. Okay, you may be seen that if we have a query part and some of the website and it's like the plus and minus, it has a question along with the answer. So that's the interesting thing and important thing also. DOM manipulation, event delegation, state management, accessibility consideration, and components behavior. Scenario, you are building a FAQ sections of a website, which questions can be expanded to its reveal answer. Okay, that's interesting. Initial data, you may hard code the JavaScript like this. Yeah, we can do this. A UI container will like this show. Okay, there is a question and this will be by a user clicks on this arrow, it will reveal the answer. Behavior, clicking a question should reveal its answer. Okay, got it. Functional requirement, render all the items dynamically from the data array. Okay, only one item may be open at a time. Opening a click new item must automatically close the previous one. Okay, click the already open item, close it. No page reloads. Okay, do not write the HTML manually from each flag item. Okay, we will not working this in the HTML by hardcore. Code quality, think about small function, minimal. Okay. Correctness DOM structure. Okay, so it will be giving a proper mark sheet tomorrow also. Minimal guidance before writing code. Ask this question to yourself. What is a single source of a truth? Which item is open? Where is where is the state live? Where should the state live? When one item opens, who is responsible for closing previous one? Don't answer me. Let those questions to shape your design. Okay, that's it. Let's just copy the question and store it for next session. Next session question. We have txt. Rather than txt, I think so. MD file it will be more beneficial, right? Let's having a MD extension. So after the dot, we call this MD thing. So tomorrow's session, in the next session, we will be try to work with this accordion. Okay, the FAQ component is also called the accordion. So we will be working with the accordion. That's it for tomorrow. That's it for today's session. Yeah. If you're still connected with us, drop a comment. We will love to see that and join a community in the YouTube session. Share your questions, queries, anything that you want to share with us. We will love to see that. And let's practice together and grow together and master together so we can hire, get together and we can create some great stuff. That's it from my side. Meet you in the next session. Subscribe the coding bits and share with your friends and join us. Till then, good night. Radhe Radhe. Meet you soon. Bye bye.